Hi class, today we're going to be talking about systems of equations in three variables. This is section 3.4. On our standardized test practice problem, we're going to review a system of equations. Notice there are just two equations. So the problem reads, a test has 30 questions worth a total of 100 points. Each multiple choice question is worth 4 points and each true-false question is worth 3 points. How many of each type of question are on the test? So the first equation gives us the number of multiplication problems, x, plus the number of true-false problems, y, equals a total of 30 questions. The second equation gives us our point value. So 4 points for every multiple choice question plus 3 points for every true-false question gives us a total of 100 points. And I like to use elimination as the preferred method. You could use substitution either way, but I'm going to use elimination. And since the answers are listed with multiple choice first, what I'm going to do is then eliminate the true-false or the y values. So I'm going to take the top equation and multiply it by -3 so that the y's will cancel. So I have to remember to do both sides. So I'll have -3x minus 3y equals -30. Excuse me, -90. I can cancel my y's, and I will have that x is 10. So 10 multiple choice, 20 true-false, for a total of 30 questions. Systems in three variables. Use the methods used for solving systems of linear equations in two variables to solve systems of equations in three variables. A system of three equations in three variables can have a unique solution, infinitely many solutions, or no solution. The solution is called an ordered triple. So let's try one together. Here's our system of three equations. The method that you use to solve these is you pick two of the equations and eliminate one of the variables in those two equations. Then you pick a second set of two equations, two of the three, eliminate the same variable. That's going to be our first step. So we're taking the first equation and the second equation. We're using elimination, so we're adding the two equations together, and you'll see that we're going to eliminate y. So we'll have 3x plus 2x is 5x. The y's will cancel. We'll have -z plus 2z, which would be a plus z, equals 2. Then we'll take and we'll use the second equation and the third equation. And the reason we're picking these two and then we picked these two is because the y's are opposite. Notice up here the y's are opposite, and down here the y's are opposite, so that they eliminate. So when we eliminate on this second set of two equations, we'll add through the columns. 2x plus 4x would be 6x. The y's will cancel. 2z minus 3z would be a -z. And 8 minus 21 would be a -13. Now, our next step is to bring these two new equations together and eliminate a variable. So let's set them up and see what we can eliminate. 5x plus z equals 2. 6x minus z equals negative 13. So when we add down through the columns, we'll have 11x. The z's will cancel. We'll have equals negative 11. Divide both sides by 11. And we have our answer for x. It is negative 1. Now we're going to, on the next screen, take the negative 1 and plug it into one of these two equations that we had just made to solve for z. So it's like you go down through and eliminate equations as you go so that you get a variable, or the solution to a variable. Then you go back up through the equations again, substituting in the values as you get them, so that you ultimately have the three answers, or the ordered triple. So we're going to just take the equation 5x plus z equals 2, and we're going to substitute the value of x into this equation and solve it for z. So we'll have 5 times negative 1 plus z equals 2. Negative 5 plus z equals 2. Add 5 to both sides. And we will have that z equals 7. Now we have x is negative 1 and z is 7. So what we're going to do is take those two values and plug them into one of the original three equations so that we can solve for y. So we'll just take this equation listed, this is one of the original ones, and we'll substitute the values of x and z, into this equation in order that we may solve for y. So we will have 3 times negative 1 plus y minus 7 equals negative 6. So negative 3 plus y minus 7 equals negative 6. Combine the negative 3 and the negative 7 and we'll have negative 10 plus y equals negative 6. Add 10 to both sides. And we see that y is 4. So the way you write your answer is alphabetically. X, then y, and then z. X was negative 1, y is 4, and z is 7. That's how you solve a system of equations in 3 variables. Notice that the what did you learn you want to do after you do the guided practice. This practice will be a little bit different. It's going to guide you step by step through how to solve these until you get used to doing them. Then you'll do your what did you learn. So the guided practice is going to be worth 100 points, and then the notes and the what did you learn will be a second 100 points. Okay, I hope that y'all enjoyed this lesson and that you have a great day.